Today's video is sponsored by MinerPool.Pro. Out with the old, in with the new. MinerPool.org is now MinerPool.Pro. With the new name comes a new mining pool. MinerPool.Pro is excited to announce the launch of their brand new pool for 𝐕𝐢𝐝. With Stratum support for Asia, Europe, US East, and finally US West servers. Finally, we can't forget about the new loyalty program by MinerPool.Pro to earn additional 𝐕𝐢𝐝 for your uptime. Go check out MinerPool.Pro's new 𝐕𝐢𝐝 pool today.
What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, we're out in our crypto mining shed right now. It's a little chilly out. I got my coat on. I feel like Pennsylvania has skipped over fall entirely. We were in the 60s, 50s, 40s, and now we're down in the 30s with some really rough wind chills, making it feel like it's in the teens right now. So we got the coat on. It's a little chilly out, as I said, but we're in our crypto mining shed. And unfortunately, today's a sad day. So I'm going to have to power down my GPU rigs. I've just gotten to the point where the amount of electric that we're using is just so high that I can't foot that bill anymore. Everything else is a little bit more profitable, and I'm kind of looking at ways. I'm okay with covering that cost a little bit, but we have a number of GPU rigs I'm going to show you in a second that we're going to power down together. So let me flip around the camera and I'll show you what's going on. All right, we have a number of rigs here. I'm going to show you real quick what we're going to power off, what we have on, and then I'm going to show you the actual rigs themselves. So we have a Polo Miner rig that's mining currently. I threw it on 𝐕𝐢𝐝. That's a bunch of like 6600s and stuff like that. I've had this rig I've used for a variety of different types of algorithms that I've kind of wanted to build a bag with. We have our L3++, that's going to stay on right now. We have another L3++. We have my S19J Pro. I'm going to keep that on. That's going to keep running. I have a rig that I'm hosting for my cousin that I'm going to be powering off. It's currently doing Ethereum Classic over into Bitcoin using NiceHash. That's going to get powered off. That's inside the house. That's not in the shed. My Gambit rig is in an Octominer X8, is running Ergo on a bunch of RX 580s. We're going to power that off. We then have a Pyro rig here, which has Flux, and that has a bunch of 1070s and 2060s. That's going to get powered off. My Scarlet Witch rig, which I built more recently, is the X8. That is going to have, that has Flux and that has 3 3070s. I'm going to keep that on. It's a little bit more efficient, and I want to keep earning that Flux and parallel assets. My Valkyrie rig here has a bunch of Ravencoin GPUs. We're mining thing we have in there. It's actually 8 of the MSI Gamer X, and those are the 1660 Ti's on Ravencoin. We're going to power that off. We then have another rig down here, the Wolf rig, Miner Dude, on Flux. That is 3060 Ti's and 3060s. We're going to power that off. And finally, the largest rig is the Octominer X12, which has been mining Neoxa, which is all 6600s. We're going to power that off. So let me show you the rigs. All right, so we have some other stuff up here. This is actually a little more empty. I've started to move my Gold Shell Mini ASICs into my house, into different rooms to heat it. We're going to keep them going. Those are script mining Dogecoin and Litecoin. There's also a few that are missing from here that are Handshake and Starcoin, using very minimal watts. So we're going to be moving 1, 2, and 3 additionally into the house. The rest of them are already in the house now. Usually this rack is full. The iPolos we're going to keep on. There was a video that came out from Crypto Miner Insider that you can take these iPolos and swap them over to NiceHash to get paid out in Bitcoin. I have gone ahead and done that. Shout outs to him. If you guys want to see that video, I'll put a link down below. But these are currently on Bitcoin right now. I'm actually going to move these actually to my parents' house. They use very minimal watts, and so I'm going to be taking these, taking them out of shed and moving them to my parents' house to kind of start to separate some of that electric usage to make it a little bit easier. Down below we have our one L3+ using the Bitmain power supply. This one is on Hive OS. We have another L3+ here running on an HP server power supply with some nice heavy duty PCI cables. that is running Dogecoin and Litecoin script mining. The Jazz miner we're going to keep on. I was hoping to move this to a friend's house, but it does require 220 volt and higher. I really wish you could get by with 120 because that would be awesome. We're going to keep this guy on, but Chump Change actually put out a video more recently on using a site like Unmineable, and so you're not stuck mining, like having to get paid out in Ethereum Classic, which isn't very profitable. So I might swap this from Ethereum Classic over to one of the coins on Unmineable that I'd like to build a bag for, so I'm going to keep that on. This is our X12, which is on Neoxa. Unfortunately, this is going to get powered down. I've really enjoyed mining Neoxa more recently, especially with the 6600s and how efficient they are, but we're going to power these down until the market recovers a little bit better. Down below here is our Octominer X8. This is our Gambit rig. This is full of 580s. We're going to power that down as we talked about. This is the Scarlet Witch one. This only has 3 of my 3070s. We're going to keep that running. Our miner dude is our Wolf rig. This has the 3060, 3060 Ti's. That's going to get powered down. And then we have a variety of ones here. We have one which is the 1070s and 2060s. We have another one here that has, I forget which one this one is. This one is, let's see, the Ravencoin. We have the Ravencoin rig of all the Ravencoin. GPUs are running with the 1660 Ti's. And then finally we have our Polo Miner Pro over here. That was that one there. And where was the other one there? The other one's up here. Where are you? 𝐏𝐤𝐶oin with our 6600s that we had running, which is right down here. So I'm going to be powering these off. I'm going to also be taking these inside and storing these in my mining room inside. I'd rather not keep them out here in the winter cold if I don't have to, right? Which works out well. Now with everything on right now, it's in the 30s out. It's 70 on my intake side and 80 on the exhaust side, so the shed's keeping nice and warm. I only have this shutter fan on the speed of 1 and that shutter fan on the speed of 1, and it's great. I have them on, I have the ones down below on because I actually don't want to get rid of the heat as quickly. During the summer, we use the upper ones, you know, but during the winter, I'm using the ones down below to allow the heat to kind of build up inside the shed. I'm okay with that. Something else I'm going to be doing, you can see here, this system here is set up. It's on a speed of 4 right now. I actually have the lid popped because if I put the lid on, the actual ASIC gets too cold and actually goes into a fault protective mode. So I have this lid off to pull in some of the 70-degree heat and 80-degree heat in here. What I am going to be doing is I'm so glad I was able to prove out this concept with this, we call it our Bitcoin cannon, and I am going to be going ahead and shutting this down. We're going to leave it in place, and we're going to take the S19J Pro as well as the shroud and the inline fan and put it on the shelf here, because we're going to be taking out mostly all of these, and most of this equipment here, we'll leave some of these in here. But my S19J Pro I want to leave in the shed on a shelf and allow the heat to be pushed to stay in the shed. And then I'll control the fans in order to the temperature and stuff like that. I actually got, I'd love to show you guys, so these are the manual fan controllers for my shutter fans. I actually got brand new ones that look like this. These are the AC Infinity Bluetooth fan controllers. They actually came out with a wireless one with the app, so I can control those from anywhere. I'm going to connect them up to my wireless, so I'm going to be fully automate them, and I don't have to come out into the shed, which I do now with my phone to connect to the Bluetooth there. So that's kind of where we're at. You know, we're using a decent amount of watts up there, which is getting really expensive. My electric supplier kicked me off of my electric supplier plan, so I just can't afford to run these right now. So that's kind of what our game plan is. It is a real shame, but we're going to have to get the job done, and we're going to have to, I'm feeling the pain and the squeeze just like most of you guys are, if not all of you guys are. I'm happy I'm still going to be able to run some stuff. That's the plan at least now. If it gets too expensive, I'm going to power down more equipment. But right now we're taking all of these GPUs and powering them down except for 3 GPUs in that one rig. So I got some work to do. I'll be back here. It'll be an hour, 2 or 3 for me, but just a few seconds for you guys. So stay tuned. All right, guys. Well, it's a sad day. I've gone ahead, we took all of our GPU rigs except for this one, which is my Scarlet Witch. It has 3 3070s in it. It's still up and running right now. I'm literally just running it to go ahead and get the parallel assets for Flux. That's what they're on. Taking a look at our top rack here. You can see a whole lot of nothing. It really sucks. Our L3++ is currently off, unplugged. I'll talk about that in just a second as to what's going on. This is an L3++. My second one, it's on. My cousin actually ended up buying it from me, and he's paying me for the electric per month, so I told him that I'd run it. I got the setup for it, so he's paying me in cash. Venmos it to me each month. I just give him the total and he sends it over to me. So we're going ahead, offloaded that. This one I am going to put the 𝐏𝐞𝐝 fans on here as well at some point as a good test. I think we're going to do that in next week's video. So he bought that setup there, so that's there. Up top here, a lot of my gold shells I started to move into the house. These are all off, including my iPolos. I just powered everything off now. I'm probably going to bring this stuff in the house tomorrow. And I'll show you the last thing, which is the S19J Pro is out of here. It's not gone, but it's out of here. I did not put it up here. A little bit has transpired. Let me swap around the camera. I'll go over that in a second. But I did want to show you that I did remove the S19J Pro, grabbed some like heavy duty trash bags, cut them, and used the hose clamp. That worked perfect here and down there to close that off. And I am going to do the same thing on the outside of the shed, but I'm going to cut up a tarp and cover that for the winter. So let me flip around the camera and give you a quick update. All right guys, so here we are. I've decided to power everything off pretty much, except for the few odd and ends you saw, the L3++ and my 3 3070s. I have a few gold shells in the house, scattered, I think 4 scattered throughout the house, that kind of given some heat off during the winter time. I did go ahead and bring my JazzMiner X4Q. My parents offered to host it for me, so over Thanksgiving I dropped it off at their house, set it up. I can access it remotely and everything, which is awesome. I actually have that right now, the JazzMiner X4Q, thanks to ChumpChange. Huge shout out to him. I have it mining Ethereum Classic on Unmineable actually, and I'm getting paid out in Ravencoin. Just building my Ravencoin wallet. That's kind of I've always talked about diversity and kind of always building up. That's why I'm okay with running some of those mini doges here and there. But yeah, that's where we stand. That's kind of what we're doing. So what needs to occur for me to get everything powered back up? So I got to get this electric rate nailed down. I can't handle uncertainty. It makes it very hard. I can't have another month of $1,000 electric bill. It's just not sustainable in a bear market. In a bull market, I could get away with $1,000 bill, but not right now. And I think a lot of you guys can connect with that and definitely understand that. So for me, I need to get my electric expenses under control. In addition to that, I need the market to recover. It may be next month, it could be 6 months, it could be a year. We'll definitely have to see. So what does that mean for me right now? Well, if you stayed for this long, awesome. I appreciate you, some of my ramblings on and discussions. I'm going to keep on creating the content that I'm doing. I'm going to be looking at some hardware to accumulate. Believe it or not, today recording this is actually Black Friday, and I'm actually eyeing up 𝐾𝐸 miner, one of the mini box miners, and I could get my hands on that, put it in a room, give it a little heat, and then also just build that 𝐾𝐸 wallet. Just slow build. I'm okay with that. Just kind of toning things down a little bit right now. It really sucks because I just feel like I got the shed exactly where I wanted it. We were rocking it so good, but after that $1,000 electric bill that 1 month, I was like, yeah, I think we're done. Anyways, leave some comments down below. I'd love to get some feedback from you guys, what you guys are experiencing, what has to happen for you to go ahead and, power everything back up. What needs to occur? Let me know. Well guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Finally, don't forget to subscribe. Take care.